Well, here's a guy the Packers could have traded
Did
for.
you say here's a guy? Please don't talk to me anymore. All right, the episode's over. I'm not hanging out with Collinsworth, guys. Sorry. You did not. Here's a guy.
No,
Guys,
I was
this
just
is
trying
our
to
final episode of the
transition.
podcast. This is how Alex announced it.
Jalen Waddle going to the Broncos. Green Bay could have had him. Do you think Denver overpaid for Jalen Waddle, and how good of a fit is he over there? What do you think?
No, like it's just it's something they do historically. I do think they overpaid. I think he'll be a good fit, but I just something about Denver gives me the vibe that Bo Nix's career might just like have a sudden fall off at some point.
Well, this is a big year because
Mhm.
Sean Payton is no longer calling plays on offense. They're going to go with an unproven first-time play caller in Davis Webb. I don't know that I like that. I'm not, and the offense was hit and miss last year with
Yeah,
Sean Payton calling plays. So I'm going to be interested to see what Denver looks like.
especially losing Dre Greenlaw. I feel like that's a huge
Yeah,
loss for them.
yeah. And they didn't sign anybody at all.
They haven't. They've done not. Have they signed anyone besides Waddle?
No, that's their only move. They re-signed all their guys and
Yeah,
traded for
J.K.
Waddle. That's
Dobbins they
it.
paid. Alex Singleton they paid.
Yeah,
Lil Jordan Humphrey they paid. Like they kept their good guys, but lost a couple key players and really haven't done anything else.
yeah. I don't really know what their plan is. I think maybe they're content with where they are, but you always
But I
want
mean,
to be doing better.
did they win the Super Bowl?
No,
Okay, then you shouldn't be content with where you were. Like,
their whole thing is if it didn't blizzard, we would have been in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
also, what the fuck are you doing having a game where you're not wearing white when snow's in the forecast?
Yeah. And then what the fuck are you doing not kicking field goals in a blizzard? But
Yeah, so dumb.
um, I I hate to say this. I love what the Chiefs are doing. I mean, they did lose both their starting corners to the Rams, but how about Kenneth Walker, Super Bowl MVP, going to
So
the Chiefs? That's crazy.
Seattle is off their damn rockers for letting him go.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I cannot. This is the is this the only time in history the Super Bowl MVP has left immediately
It's
after the
gotta
Super
be.
Bowl?
Yeah, it's very
I couldn't
rare.
find anything else. If it's
Yeah,
happened maybe one other time, but that's insane to me. Like
yeah,
he was the heart and soul of that team. If from the outside, maybe in the locker room, not so much. Maybe as a fan, they had other things, but like watching that team from the outside, if there was one man who was working his ass off every single week, it was
yeah.
him. And like I understand he was filling in for someone, but when your second or your replacement steps in and carries the team, maybe you should reconsider who your first choice is.
No, I've been saying for the longest time that he should have been the number one guy,
Yeah.
but Seattle seems to love Charbonnet for
They
whatever
really
reason.
do. I
Yeah.
don't get it. They were lucky to have both of
Um,
them. It'll be interesting to see how they have to shift moving
yeah.
forward. But it sounded like Charbonnet wasn't very pleased with how many touches he was getting.
Yeah.
And he's their priority for some reason. So I hope Kenneth Walker, as much as I hate to say it, I hope he has a great year on the Chiefs.
Yeah, 100%. And then you talked about Kyler Murray switching positions. I think Justin Fields going to the Chiefs is a great opportunity for him to be used in
Mhm.
ways that are not a quarterback, you know?
And you know Andy Reid is gonna do some fun plays with him, do some weird shit, like put him in on some trick plays, have him do something besides stereotypical stand in the pocket. Because Justin Fields wasn't good at that.
Yeah.
That wasn't his strength. I feel like he's gonna be used properly there. And yeah, he's not gonna be on the field as much as he'd like to be, but at least he'll be used. Like I just feel
Yeah.
like he was one of those players who just wanted to play. Like I didn't get the vibe that he was spoiled. He didn't seem to have a chip on his shoulder. He just wants to be a part of the game. He wants to be a part of a team's success. So hopefully he gets a shot at doing that this year.
Yeah, he could
Unfortunately, it's the
potentially,
Chiefs. So
yeah.
Patrick Mahomes
No,
doesn't really get knocked down too much. I mean, other than the very rare injury with him, like he's not a quarterback who's going to be down and out often.
yeah.
So
I can
he,
just see like a double pass play, like a
Mhm.
backward pass to Fields and then he
Yeah,
throws it.
Yeah,
So
I think we're gonna see a bit of that. Like, give Mahomes a break. He's old. He's a dad now. Like, let him
yeah.
take a few snaps every game. Like, I think it'll be interesting to see what plays they come up with to include Fields.